manners and one for respect, boy. All right, guys. People, as Jamaicans, you know we have to go band together and join forces to protect our kids. We have to go start snitch. In Jamaica, where we take up the things, the boy, in farmer for dead. We have to go let go after that. Why 3 little baby that up on back road? 3 baby, police go back road, go take off 3 baby off a back road. I'm going to read the story for you. And people have to go look out for each other. We're coming from a Jamaica where, Wagwan Debbie, good evening family, enough love. We're coming from a Jamaica where, you know, a village grow our kids. And it's like things change now. And me don't know what I go on. But this thing what go on with the kids them kids they are back road. 3 picking. I think 11, 12 and 13, something like that. And I'm gonna read it for you guys. But I want you guys to know this is nothing new in our society. This is nothing new. Remember these grown men go to school and sports day and concert day and them go to school to get involved with minors, not a teacher per staff room. Many single teachers they don't want them. It is allowed. It's normalized. So what I go on and know, that's why you hear me come out and me do my video them from long time. Nobody now pay attention to the youth them. So right now I play a tune, you know. I bounce tune for one man. Cause me do tune for them, you know, people. Me do tune for dirty people like them there. But me go before me read it for you. Check this from Jamaican callers, me play here. Some for you guys, cause you know me speaking of music too, you know. Yeah man. What go on family? Uno good, happy weekend to each and every one I saw. Enough love. Alright? Enough love. To all youths, protect the youths. We have to do something about it. We have to be snitches and watchdogs for our kids.
The children are our future. Let them grow, 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 let them grow now. A good man should not drop their innocence. They should not be so. Oh no. No, how can you live with yourself knowing that you're sleeping with a child, molesting a child, or raping a child? All the while you're walking around with a phony smile.
Dirty man.
You're nothing but a pedophile. Oh no. Parents, protect your kids then forever. Cause the pedophile them coulda be your brother. Don't trust Sharon or Trevor. It only take a few seconds to destroy your kids forever. Let them grow, me say let them grow. If a big man touch you, let your parents know. Let them grow, me say let them grow. If a big man touch you, let your parents know. The children are our future. Let them grow, 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 let them grow now. Hey, you know what to rob your innocence. They should not be so.
Bless up family.
Oh no.
You can protect the youth then.
So how can you live with yourself knowing that you're sleeping with a child, molesting a child, or raping a child?
Pull it up. We have to weed it out of our culture, you know. Somewhere or the other. We have to do something about it. From a boy till now, man.
This is
good God.
The children are our future. Let them grow, 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 let them grow now.
We go picnic them, man.
A good man should not drop their innocence. They should not be so. Oh no. No, how can you live with yourself knowing that
Dirty man.
you're sleeping with a child, molesting a child, or raping a child? All the while, you're walking around with a phony smile. You're nothing but a pedophile. Oh no.
Culture nastiness.
Parents, protect your kids then forever. Cause the pedophile them coulda be your brother. Don't trust Sharon or Sheva. It only take a few seconds to destroy your kids forever. Let them grow, me say let them grow. If a big man touch you, let your parents know. Let them grow, me say let them
trust
grow.
nobody.
If a big man touch you, let your parents know. The children are our future. Let them grow, 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 let them grow.
Not just man now, man. Not just nobody who do not picnic.
You know what should rock their innocence? They should not be so. Oh no. No, how can you live with yourself knowing that you're sleeping with a child, molesting a child, or raping a child? No, how can you live with yourself knowing that you're sleeping with a child, molesting a child, or raping a child? Me say me let me little kids them alone. Yeah. Go look your signs in the sister that you're grown. No ask the kids them be number people to protect them when them going out and when them coming home. Too much pedophile around about ya. Too much pedophile around about ya. Too much pedophile around about ya. Protect your son and protect your daughter. The children are our future. Let them grow, 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 let them grow now. Hey, a good man should not drop their innocence. They should not be so.
Want to say people?
Oh no.
We're going to talk about them.
How can you live with yourself knowing that you're sleeping with a child, molesting a child, or raping a child? All the while, you're walking around with a phony smile. You're nothing but a pedophile. Oh no. Well, I too much pedophile they on the loose. Me I tell you no the truth. Harassing this whole youth and not about the youth. No one no big man and the youth them want follow. If you try that with the youth, then now we don't want show. Driver, keep it on by the steering. I might never get to the accident. Inappropriate taxes, inappropriate to the compliments. They take that from nobody, not even that they who have been the rent. Somebody no want no big man, bigger than one, we still they make no sense. The children are our future. Let them grow, let them grow, let
Want to say people? You're not getting enough pedophile.
You know what should rock their innocence?
Let me tell you what I'm on Backroad.
They should not be so. Oh no. No, how can you leave?
Dirty man and let me pick them alone, you know.
Knowing that you're sleeping with a child, molesting a child, or raping a child. No, how can you live with yourself knowing
People.
that
You know, so pastor, I still getting at the thing too. I'm if I do a song for them. Pastor, you know. People are pastor, you know. Me say it's a culture. The culture not nice. We're coming from a culture of this way. You celebrate them thing here, man, all galleys. We're gonna talk about it. Hear me song about the pastor then.
pedophile. When you see Jamaican call us, you better walk up a mile. Me no like no style. Only have appetite for little child. Somebody give me the match on the eye, they live in exile. Pastor,
Kuda wanna den catch ya do. Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
Pastor.
Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
Pastor, no man you do.
Kuda wanna den catch ya do. Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
Pastor.
Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
I was only reading the Bible.
Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
Pastor.
Kuda wanna den catch ya do. Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
I'm not doing nothing.
Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
Pastor.
Kuda wanna den catch ya do. Kuda wanna den catch ya do.
Attended by the devil.
Some of them know what yes, them like that really sick me. No one no big old man then got a bit that they pick me. Well let the big old man then got Republic could break me. Not like no petty file make we burn them very quickly. Some of them open shabby and none of them are daddy. Say none of them are pastors, police, some are cabby. I think like them decent but them are not nobody. No stop run no school girl with in a them body. Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
Pastor, no man you too.
Coulda wanna then catch ya.
Pull it up. Dirty man.
Pedophile. When you see Jamaican call us, you better walk up a mile. Me no like no style. Only have appetite for little child. Somebody give me the match in the aisle, they believe in exile. Pastor,
Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
Pastor, no man you too.
Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
Pastor,
Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
I was only reading the Bible.
Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
Pastor,
Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
I'm not doing nothing.
Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
Pastor,
Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
tempted by the devil.
Well, some man them know what yes, them long time really sick me. No one no big old man them got happy that they pick me. Well, let the big old man them got republic could break me. Not like no petty file make we bought them very quickly. Some of them moving shabby, and none of them are daddy. Say none of them are pastors, police, some are cabby. I think like them decent, but
Them man know nobody.
No stop run no school girl with in a them baggy.
coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
Pastor, no man you too.
Coulda wanna then catch ya do. Coulda wanna then catch ya do.
Pastor,
Coulda wanna then.
Yeah, man, me have if you pass that too, man. So, me go get to the graveyard this matter. And what's going on with this little picnic. Me hear Flavor come out also said she gonna get school students for teaching her class. After them light the fire and I come try to out it. Them are the arsonists, you know. Me already tell you, say them the pan a vert, them a mash up Jamaica. Me tell you that already, you know. All Flavor gonna come out, the government will come out and threaten the government, the teachers them with arrest. Saying that if teachers won't have the credential, if you get caught in a classroom. Remember me just do video upon that last week when Debbie called in and have a good conversation, reason upon that, you know. So if teachers have the credential, they might get arrested. $500,000 up to 6 months in a prison. Right? Teacher without credential will be arrested. $500,000 6 months in a prison. All of a sudden, and I play the tape. You know, hear me play the tape, you know. Me do the video upon that to me show us in our mash up education, you know. I'm a play the chairman, the JTA president at the time is a farmer. Two former JTA president came out and one of them went to the parliament at the time and warned Flavor, tell her what is going to happen if this law that is tabled pass. She shut him down and talk about the media, what the media going to hear. And now me hear Flavor talk about take picking out of high school and put in a school for go teach. And what can I? So hold on, create the problem. And now, people must pay attention. You know. This stuff for them to talk about take people to high school and go teach. And the same thing them come out with law, say them a lock up teacher about. Remember me do video upon this, me upon the case. You know. Threaten the teacher, run the teacher, mash down the thing just like the president of the JTA was telling her at the time in parliament. When she shut him down and talk over him. So all them things there, we're going to discuss in this video family. You know. Them light the fire and I come out it. What are people them mash up education? And me tell them say, me do me video them and me show the people say, look there. You no see it. Look. See them mash up education, crime out and them mash up police force, them mash up the Ministry of National Security. See it there. Deliberately, them mash up the hospital, them, the Ministry of Health, all them things they mash up deliberately. Garbage now pick up deliberately. Everything now pick up deliberately. Crime are killed deliberately. Everything is deliberate, people. It's spite. Don't tell me still have no money. When we sell them glowing report in a Miami Herald or Jamaica do good. How come we can't do these things? We don't have no ambulance or when man dead pan road in a hot pickup back you gone to jail. And if you leak out, you bleed out faster because you know the hot of the bed of the pickup truck and all them animalist kind of thing there. Animal behavior. But what do you know, man? That's why I make nice up as sometimes in the people. Because certain things are right, you know. Certain things are just deliberate, like they just watch the crime and all them can't give you a zozo. All them can't give you a changa and this to feel man 98% disapproval rating. All they can't give you these feel men. Mr. Tufton and a doctor, but they put him over goddamn Ministry of Health. Miss Favor, feel much over Ministry of Education. It's like a deliberate act for giving the worst of the worst in a strategic post, most important spot. I want to understand me, I say. If you understand me, I say, people. Then right, Chuck, Justice Minister, him no want to publish the sexual predatory registry list. Them man, they hold back certain things and be soft man predators. I want to understand the people who are in them position now. Them are hold back progress. Deliberately. Everything you hear me tell you, say deliberately. So watch out now when them pick me. You tell me, say, them are sitting on a deliberate. Because pick me, I go shop, go buy a cigarette for me a boy. Go buy alcohol from me a boy. From me a pick me. And we have both government come into play. Nobody no say me change the laws. The picnic can't go shop, go buy no cigarette. None of them seem to change the laws where kids cannot go to the store go buy no alcohol. None of them can come down with some tight laws where big man seen with any picnic. People scorn you because the law come down and say, you must not do that. And the law is enforced. Same thing from my boy till now. You see a big man in the bus stop with a little picnic. Nobody don't even look twice. Because it's a norm. If you go to Jamaica right now, you go there and see the same thing 2023. A grown man with a little picnic. Nobody look twice. It's the norm. Taxi man gone with a little picnic gone so. And the picnic lives so. Bus man and the big old empty bus with a little picnic gone so. When the picnic lives so. We see it over and over again. Them a thing I go on from my boy till now. No stop. Listen to me. Both government come in. None of them not come in nothing tight. If you deal with this, both government come in. Nobody seem to want to now make public the sexual predatory registry list under both government. I strongly believe a lot of these people in a strong post will have the power to make this thing public. They have problems. That's why they don't want to do this. Are they afraid that their name is going to be called? That's why dirty characters over a certain position make the rest of people suffer to protect them own hind. And if I understand me, I say, I wonder if the people who were set in position to protect the nation, youth them dirty themselves. That's why them now going to put up nothing out there to punish those type of people who they might be themselves too. Me wonder sometimes. You know, your mind wonder if these people put up their stuff. They put all these type of laws to protect our kids. If these people are part of the nastiness that is going on in Jamaica, and if them should put in stringent laws to protect our kids, they might get caught in the dragnet also. You ever wonder? Kids are not get protected. People from your picnic till now. People, look on it good. People, look on it good. From your guys' school, young lady. Big woman, you, right now, watch me. If you have big woman with grave here, like me a grave there, so. From your guys' school, you know how it go at Jamaica. No fun they are foreign or no upper, so. No fun have passed through the ringer. Someone escape it. Someone don't get caught up in it. A lot of honor. Someone don't even shame to come out, come talk about what you went through out there. Someone brave enough to say, yes, Carlos, analyze your tell. They've been through the nastiness too. Some of them people are afraid because them think say people might say them bad. Like when I go to school, me used to say, uno bad, uno bad girl, but me the ignorant. I didn't have no sense to know that school children didn't have no brain to say, yes, I give any consent. You know, you have big man that's manipulate with all type of things and out there. And the law no set no line out there. My people. Not for only the righteous so watch me. Uno been through it. It's a very few of you guys went through untouched. Me I talk about people at my age and over and under. I'm not lying. That's how the country stay. You go to school, your family set you up nice, send you to school on a taxi, go to school. The nasty taxi man will married and have his wife at home. And him have several baby mama about the place. He might try to look you. From a little pick in a grade 7. From a matter of fact, for you got prep school. The driver I tell you some things where you're not supposed to be told, where you're not supposed to be exposed to. Your praise send a guy shop down yourself, go buy 1 pound of flour and 1 stick of butter and come back. By the time you left your home as a little child, going to the shop to come back, a man will tell you something will mess up your head for the rest of your life. Some people don't know what they matter to pick there now. Because me say when they don't put down the line in Jamaica, everything loose. Destroying the youth, them after youth. Them. Me say before me read this, we have to go to a lecture, man, and the live I tell man. That's why them thing happen. That's why they find the 3 picking them on back road. That's why them thing happen. That's why them thing happen from long time and I know. The youth them are 19 and 18 and 21, them youth away get caught with them picking on back road. Young youth them, you know. Teenagers. All them know all them things. Learn behavior. Learn behavior, my people. We learn them things from nasty men above us. Let me tell you, a man, when me I grew up, he used to look cool. You see the police have girl there so, girl there so, girl down there so. You see little bike parks park down there so, and little car park run around places and Jew water fully up. You know, they must sleep on the girl down there so. Sometimes they refuse them in the community. Police will come out then and they know they all rough girl them and nobody no want them in the community and the bad girl them. You see them asleep and these police have them wife for them yard. You know. I want to understand me I say. Sometimes at school picnic, when my youth me used to see that, me used to see policeman with school picnic. That them the girl they have picnic for them policeman, I'm sure today. And all these policemen live at them home with them wife and them picnic in the family. Out here in the world destroying other young youth life, you know. And sometimes the youth them go to school, it just one shining armor in the family. One ray of hope. Mother and father are rough life. Father farmer, mama take the 2 pieces of food, go market, go sell her, a domestic helper, the father taxi man, or whatever they think they look work the father do. Sending this youth to school, spend the last and the youth till you go to school. Hoping and praying one day that this youth is going to be the one to take your parents out of poverty. Only go to school, get to education, girl. You can get a beautiful job one day. Take mama and daddy out of the ghetto. Take you out of the life of poverty. Break the cycle. But the cycle never break because you have predators all around the place lurking around. Want to look up in the 7th grade and start come around. Conductor look them. Driver look them. Teacher look them. Police look them. Shopman look them. Farmer look them. The man in the neighborhood look them. No level and self-control. Nothing about yourself. So the youth them go down. It's time we people must pay attention to youth them. You think I know this thing I go on? Let me read and tell you what I go on so before we go further. 3 men held with girls as young as 12 at Backroad Motel. 3 men have been slapped with abduction charges after they allegedly attempt to book a room at a motel in the company of 3 underage girls on Sunday. The motel is located on Port Enders Road, an unofficial red light district known as Backroad. The men were all charged with abduction of a child under the age of 16. The men have been identified as Kenrick Mullings, a self-employed 19-year-old of Brayton Phase 1 address, Ricky Smalling, a 21-year-old self-employed male of Brayton Phase 1 address, and Andre Barrett, a 19-year-old unemployed male of 7 East Greater Portmore address. Now, what they did is wrong. But why them name out in the paper so quick? So many things happen in Jamaica, and when certain people, things happen to certain big people, them name not coming in the paper, no matter how dangerous it is. And when them catch them and lock them away, you have to wonder, who's the person? What's the name of the person? So you see when them grab owner down at the bottom of the barrel that they get up, owner look you down at the bottom, you see all them dashing the name out there. People, I'm not by no means taking up for this, what's happening here. But we just show these youths, whether it be gun crime, house breaking, thief into Aki, them a type of crime yeah, of owner name I go out there. The news media here don't care about withholding your name. You understand me? And I'm reading from the book of the Jamaica Observer. So you see, the Jamaica Observer right now don't care about putting poor people name out there because they know say nothing now come back. But so these rich people, they be careful. Don't put his name out there. I don't want any problem. It's somebody that a matter of fact we don't even know where he lives. So you see them put the address of the youth them in there. So address in our name in there. Remember them not got quote yet. Them not on the sexual registry list yet. Remember when you understand how it go when it come to poor people. My thing is to burn out these type of people. That's the nature of this video. But as we read, we have to stop and pause and see what's happening right here. Because that's something we see all the time. When if it's certain type of people, your name don't get called. Right as the youth, them name get called and the address is there. But hold on. Did their name make it on the sexual registry list yet? Remember the sexual registry list, what we always talk about. Them supposed to put it out the public, right? They're not going to quote it or anything. But them address and the name out there. That's what we're asking for from the sexual registry list in Jamaica with them fail to give us, the people. I don't understand what we're saying. But guess what happened now? They put them boy and name out there and them address. Just like when you in America and you get charged and sent to jail for them thing, you go up on the sexual registry list, your name there, everything for you there, your picture there, your address there. So everybody knows, say, boy, you live down there from the school like a year. They be talk the other day when she came on, we were talking about it, right? She said when you line up, you sign up to go to a school, they tell you, they give you a map where every sexual predator there in around your school, around your community. You know them name, you know them address, you know them face because them picture out there. In this case, this guy not go to court yet. Remember about what them now say, man, I know. But them name, remember we have to talk the truth too. We have to stop it and spit out the truth. Because if a some man, we don't hear them name, a whole man get caught, we don't know who they sitting up at Ian Fleming Airport belong to all now. No name, no call upon that. And double that amount, find out a sea. No, me no hear nothing call upon that. And a big barrage I'd find at the wharf, the white thing. No name, no call upon that. The whole dozens of ghost gun catch down at the port the other day. No name, no call upon that. Whole pack gun coming after that. No name, no call upon that. The plane land on the beach. No name, no call upon that. SSL, the girl will get locked up for SSL, say, I know she alone thief the money. She do it for the company. Not a word upon that. Nigel Clark don't come out, but we just have to stop for a minute and make you think and take you down a little narrow path and make you see. We could keep going on and make you tell you how they pick and choose what to deal with, who to grind up in the ashtray and who to throw under the bus and who for name to splash out there and who for name they not care nothing about because you have no money to sue them. That's why you see Zozo continue if you go in the ghetto, got arrest the youth, can get up people and no money to go up against the state. They can't try to tap up there so because they have them big old liar for chop off their throat, verbal in a court, legal in a court. I want to understand that say. Me stop this minute, indicate, open your eyes. I like these things, my people. So a dirty man may have beaten, don't forget. A dirty man may have beat. But listen to me. Everybody have a rights too, not true? Yes, so all them youth don't got a court, but them name and them address in the paper. Like them they on the sexual registry list. What if I see all that? So that's not dangerous. Remember, they might come and tell me, say, the reason why the sexual registry list is not public is because it's dangerous to the old predator them, But look here. Them are you not got caught yet. Them not got caught yet. It does happen. They just get caught. So how come them address and them name in the paper? Because them are nobody. They ain't nobody. They would never do that to nobody else up so. I could continue to read what I'm going some people. And that we come talk about, But too that we see that in there. And I say, hold on there. This is normal. Name and address and everything and 7 East, Greater Portmore address and it's a cocker close. They never got caught yet. You saw the system still. It should be the same system for them a youth out. I say them name must call, I want to hear everything out there. Same way. Yeah, I want to hear everything for them out there. Right? But want to some man. Want to some man. You saw the last year. All three of them name out their address and everything, but the sexual registry list. When man get convict, when man them know all convict the pan, he quiet. Shh. You can't know that. Argument. So, me tell you the man them identity. Allegations are that the three men attempted to book a room at a popular motel for a Sunday afternoon sex ramp on Port Henderson Road with three girls. Observer online understand that the three girls aged 12, 13, and 13. I hope their parents deal with them. They want the coconut. You know the coconut broom? Feel me, granny use the coconut broom and sweep the yard. Granny use the coconut broom and sweep the yard, people. Argument done. No further story. Had left their homes, 12, 13, and 13 had left their homes to meet up with the men on Sunday afternoon. Badly class girl, them, you know. However, a concerned citizen made a report. The police responded and all six were held by the police. The three suspects are in custody at the Greater Portmore lockup. The three girls are now in state care. The court date is being finalized. So did I read another article where them say, I think the brother was talking, he was saying one of the girls went to her auntie house, was supposed to pick up some clothes, you know. A clothes the little girl forgot pick up, you know. And the girl take off and gone, you know. Them not understand what them do them life, you know. Because them never have to come home, you know. All human trafficking and run and all them things, then them could have gone in the next container, gone somewhere else, gone work for the rest of them life, you know. Them don't know what them doing, you know. Them look pick, they know what them doing, you know. What was it? I mean, what was the motive? Just a ramping at the evening, them and them boy, yeah? Or they know say them boy, you know, have somebody else ready to come scrape them up and take them up off all of this and keep them on the road. You know? Eh? Juke them with something and before you know it, them turn junkie. Don't know what them do. Mash them up, gone somewhere else. Organ harvesting. You know? I want to understand what them look up at me do. Me say, man, a broom must sweep the house, man. You know yard broom? Coconut broom? Yeah, man. Me not say that no more, you know? Yard broom style, man. Them a pick the bad man. Them a pick the bad man. So, them a boy, yeah. Remember, you know? Them age 19 and a young youth, them, you know? Think about it. They are youngsters. But even though they are young, you have to find out their motive. Me not check up them phone and everything on the computer or whatever and see what them up to. What them boy up to? Them in a human trafficking, they might use them a little girl for the evening. What do I do with the girl when them done with them? A baby them, you know? Them a girl a baby. She not in a house and watch cartoon. You see someone look up with the smartphone, man. Someone look pick with the smartphone and was smarter than the parents them. When they start take them pick the phone and check a 13-year-old and 12-year-old. If I check them phone, man, I pick that. 12 and 13, if I get their phone check. You know what I say? 12 and 13, parents are unpaid the bill. Check them phone. You don't have no man and woman too big. You don't check them phone at 12 and 13. Phone check. Parents don't have to pay attention. You don't have to be hawk. You know what them call them again? Helicopter mom, like Debbie Jervis said. You have to be helicopter mom. They're everywhere. I helicopter daddy. Pick me and lock up in a room and talk about say, leave my room alone and I need privacy. It's my room and I put up caution sign upon door. That's why someone look pick me and have gather weapon and all them type of stuff. You then go to school, go do all type of nonsense with it. And then the parents are talk about say, I did not know that my son was collecting all this stuff right on their nose in your house. Someone will need to get in our picnic business, man. Get nosy more, man. And so we're going to protect them from themselves, you know. They might look at you now annoying right now and say, Mom, you decide that I annoying and lock up them old people. When them grow older, they will thank you. Just like how the older I get, is the more I thank my parents for the butt whooping when they get. When they go teeth them on the buckle when me about 4 or 5 years old. Remember me tell about the buckle story? From me get the ass whooping about teeth in my neighbor buckle from under the fence. We don't know about teeth. People when they look at I know we still have feel the ass whooping. We don't touch for nobody yet. Me still look for mama come whoop me ass. They say me learn. Do you understand me? So now we in our age and our people, we have to protect with kids together. We have to be snitches. People, when you see the picnic them and do certain things, call the parents them people, call police to do something. Make it on the business people. We in one world where everybody watch their own business and parents become younger. So sometimes you try to tell them about them own a picnic and for them head take them and cuss you out. Mind your own a picnic. We are telling about my picnic for. I feel me alone picnic but then I take man. Go talk for you or breed picnic where dash way, go there dash way. Some parents will answer you like that. When you see them picnic going in a certain place and you come home, come tell them, say, Sharon, me see a little daughter down there at bus stop with so and so and so. The parents we are trying to help, we turn around and cuss you out. Parents, look into this. We're going to need the community to really picnic again, family. We can come back, Family, we can come back to where we were, We might not come back all the right there, but family, the world evolves. Remember, nothing stays the same forever. You understand me? The world evolves, family. The world evolves, circle around. A lot of styles and attitude them come right back around to and we are used again. We can change, my people. We need to get into each other's business when it comes to taking care of the kids. Because you can slip it in a sense. Thank God for anybody who, the person who make the call. Because 3 little people come on back road. 12, 13. I mean, like, seriously. How many other little people go back road? The people who work at back road, them supposed to know to look out for them thing and call the police. They're supposed to have a panic button. It's supposed to be their job. How many times them we work on a back road, call police when little people come there? And now because of the mother they on the case like Matlock. And the mother report to police, not true. How many times little picnic cover them hotel their back road? The police should not only look into the man them or the little picnic them. You should look also into them little motel around the too. Them supposed to pay attention. Them supposed to get police training. All hotels in Jamaica must get certain police training, certain briefing. Look out for all these things in Jamaica when they have human trafficking. You must pay attention. Even Uber driver know that. Uber driver get them training there, Yes, man, you get tape for watch. You look out for all them things there. Somebody's in distress or somebody who's kidnapped and all them things there. Yes, taxi driver get them training there. Bus driver, Every one of them know when somebody's, it's even truck driver up on the road, they drive them trailer. They know these things and they look out for these things that work for the police and the people. So even hotels, they look at motels where we know, say, and the quickest place a man can drag a little girl go hide her off a couple of weeks and days and have man a company that come do them thing with them and make money off of them like, say, them a cash machine. And if you understand the family, this thing is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And may I tell you where it come from? It come from long time. Them are youngsters here. First of all, they need to find them because a lot of these youngsters are smart and a lot of them are cruel. They might have ulterior motive farther than just a evening ramp with these youngsters. Or me know, say them have somebody ready to go collect them girls, let's send them off of the island in a container down a wharf. Who control the container? Me tell you all the time, say people can go in a container. Me tell you, say, there's stories from after stories with container coming from Mexico with Mexican immigrant over here. So a container upon the road. In a reefer, you can carry people, you can turn it up and turn it down in a reefer. Who is going to by the port of Jamaica go sniff out all these things and make sure so you pay attention to everything that go out and come in, especially in a time like this. How we know, say, them little picnic wouldn't end up in a igloo, gone somewhere to some rich man, go and give them good organ. And what do the people? A serious thing them a little picnic do. They need the old coconut broom. Coconut broom the man little picnic need. Coconut broom. So, them are youth here. You see them are youth here? One 19-year-old. 2 19-year-old and a 21-year-old. Youngster them. Very young youth them. Now, my teenager, pretty much. One that's done 21 and 2 19. Teenager. Right? Where you think them learn this from, people? All 3 of them. Where you think them learn them thing from? Dirty men before us, like me tell you now. when I was growing up, I see the DC. I deal with school girl in a uniform. There was one certain DC, I never call him name. Whenever him see them school girl in them school uniform, in them, not even skirt and blouse. In them whole uniform, you call like a cock chicken. Him can catch fire. Especially have government gun in their waist and look tailor-made pants and him look one tie. I remember him very well. Remember Corporal, we have them under 50 bike. Have schoolgirl on the back. Put on him jacket on the schoolgirl so to hide the blouse. So the blouse don't stand out, you know, like a dark blue skirt, dress under it, you know, not too, you know. And carry I go up a police station. Up a police station, a police up there with guard room. Your fathers them there, you have uncle in there. Police was supposed to protect the youth them. Knowing what the police have come up there, corporal, come up there with the school youth to do. Parents send them daughter go to school, not to be hijacked by corporal. Drag up a police station. Remember me tell you how them run them police station like a hotel up at top. That's how the government do it. That's why we say police but to sleep at station. These are the things that them a thing a harbor when police sleep at station. They must go home to their family. Them have their wife and them kids and them decent home. But them out as a mash up school youth. Me see all them things the people. Me see justice of the peace, same way. Justice of the peace are run nasty. We see man with bus where people look up to and call them Mr. this and Mr. that. Respectable man in the neighborhood. But a school girl, you see them a road running in a bus front. A school girl are going like a wife. Them man don't want them. The man have a wife and they pick me at home. You just a tie. And they have many, many more girls from town come and country. Now for the rusty man, they have picked with them, woman and them breed everywhere. You just another one. And when you graduate out of school, you know grade 11, when you graduate, grade 10 I come take your spot. And grade 9 and all them things there. I saw it go. So some of these drivers and conductors, they pass all of the youth them in a school, every grade. Every year, the next grade step up in the front of the bus. And these things are allowed to happen. Along with the sexual explicit music, we're going to these dark buses where it's like, to me, it's like a hotel on wheels. Girls sitting on a boy lap. Those the things that we have in our country and seem to want to stop people. People a long time, them things are going. PNP and Labour coming, people, you know, say, are the same thing with people. Look on the good. This is the same thing. Just look on the good if we don't have them things. Just look on the good if we don't have them things. If I never grow big and say, no man, them think they're wrong man. They will not do the same thing too. After the big man never teach me no good. What them teach me? What them teach me? What them big man, any big man they say watch me. What them big man they teach you now? The knowledge where you grow have now, I say boy, you know I no pick me a big man now. Me a big man, me don't want that no woman young like my daughter. Eh? Come couldn't get no young girl growing my daughter. My daughter and I said, Dad. I mean, Daddy, what is? Come my daughter them bigger and smart and my daughter married. We couldn't get a young girl around them. So as a big man, any big man I want me also. Be honest with yourself. What we learn, brother? Did we learn nothing from the man before, brother? If we follow along these men's footsteps, we wouldn't gone on the same pedophile road like them family. Talk the truth. And we have to grow up and look at our consciousness and say, that's wrong. And we have to change this family. You know? Bend the generational curse family. Any man there say, watch me, man. When you know on the line, me I tell, looking ourselves back, if we didn't get no example set for us. If we don't say, pick me, make them grow. I will say the big man I do it too. Even when I got states, I see teachers doing it too. So if teachers are teach we all that in a school, teachers supposed to teach we, you know. And I see teachers do that. I see if teacher even take schoolgirl. Sometimes I see schoolgirl going on a teacher's quarters, you know, male teacher quarters up at states, you know. I mean, I wonder why them beautiful girl and a top girl them go down a teacher's quarters, you know, nice with certain type of teachers, you know, and then go on certain male teachers' quarters, you know. And when I grow big, me I say, Jaja, what these schoolgirl are doing on male teachers' quarters, and they used to go down there. Sometimes they used to go down in a group, more than one of them used to go down there. God knows, on a classroom, see teacher with school picnic. So me I got school as a youth and me think say that cool people. You know, you may say, man, at school, me I go, you know, a teacher that, you know, and them teach me. We got to learn. Any man you so can tell me what we learn. If I don't wait, if I grow up in my consciousness, I say, no more. No. We could change the trajectory. We could burn fire upon the generational curse. This nasty culture where I come out away. See, look at 19-year-old and 21-year-old. See them there? Who teach them? And them age me I look on them. And them age me I look on them in so much trouble right now. They don't know what them do. And them look at girl and need coconut broom parents. They need coconut broom. 12 and 13. Them a look at girl and need coconut broom and go sit on a corner. Take a phone. Phone privilege, take on the phone. Parents, take on the phone. I only pay for the phone. Them a girl and need to have no phone. Some of the places we take on the phone for the pick them, you know. Stay there. Phone check. Phone check. Every picnic phone must get checked, boy. Phone check, my people. Phone check. Every picnic phone must get checked. We did not learn anything, my people. These are youth just 19, 21-year-old. In a world of trouble because them thinks them a man. You know, look at picnic they want. But may I say beyond that, even though I'm 19 and 21-year-old, we need to check them computer. Be a police, you know. Me not just lock them up and just leave it there. Me I do a deep digging. Who are these guys? What was the real plan with these young girls? Were there any further destination for them girls apart from Backroad? Were they destined to go up on one container in one igloo? These things you have to check out, people. We can't just let them fly so. Because no matter be the youth that will lure the girl and come for people, take them out of the country. We have to do a deep digging. And see what going with them boy. All of them are youth they say, you know, they might do big crime, you know. Me say the little youth, they might do big crime because they want big money. They do not want to work. Scamming have turned my country into one big old city, a big mess, you know. Because the youth they used to big scamming money, they don't want to work for little or nothing, you know. They don't believe them can work for nothing and build up the block and build up this, you know, just build them thing like a brick. One by one, a brick at a time. They don't want it, family. They want to build it everything one time. You hear them talk about every ghetto youth have them range. Then the Prime Minister got talk about every poor man must have them mansion. People, as much as I tell you, say, Carlos, we love to see you guys. Everybody have that, people, but it's highly impossible. Because some people don't work. How are you going to get something that they don't work for? Do you understand me? So none of these young youth, them have big ambition. Them head big, them mind big. So don't put nothing past them youth always here. What them intentions were with regarding these little picnic. Them boy, who them? Who them boy? We need to dig them up. You know? And on the other hand, it could be just a sexual fling too. And it's a boy, you know? But look on the picture them. Look on the picture them. Big old man, them 19 and 21. They couldn't do better. So that made me kind of check them too, you know. And say, I wonder if it's more than this, sir. Why them look up picnic? Brother, when they are back road, they could buy something from a big woman runner, so. So, they go get the picnic them and they look up picnic them bad, you know. At that is most dangerous part, you know. That, you know, I'm going to look up picnic. And then this side said, man, left on the yard, the safety of the home. Live the safety of home, family. Go meet up with stranger. Total stranger. Badass picnic them. Me say, a coconut broom for them. A coconut broom for them. Me say, me done that. You know me talk. Every good Jamaican there, sir, know me talk about a coconut broom for them. Now, man, I waste of time a coconut broom for them, man. Real coconut broom, man. Wheel up and all them things upon leg down there, man. Real coconut broom, man. Real old-fashioned sweeping they want, man. Brushing, you know, they brush up the yard. Yeah, man, that real coconut broom, man. I grew up in a certain life, you know, I get discipline in the family. And family around for discipline me, you know. Them a look at girl are bad. Them take their food from them that need to go on. How girl go left them yard. Parents send one of them gone to auntie half for clothes. So all of them look at girl make up them a friend. See that as if them a friend. Them a friend that they make up to go meet man on Backroad. What them a go meet man for? I saw they killing the fire. Me say, them coconut broom for your ass, man. Coconut broom for them. That's when you see pick me missing a boy, and we are going to paper and say, school girl missing, and sometime 2 days later, you see them find them back. When them belly full, or whatever them go there, go do. Nah, man. Parents and people and strangers, so, make we look out for these things. And I tell you, make we call the authority, call somebody old, call a parents, people. You might save a child. One of these child will turn around one day and thank you for what you did. Remember, Carlos, I tell you now. One of them pick me and might thank you. How many of you, grown folks right here, have somebody out there used to look over you like a hawk? Used to be a helicopter over your backside where you're thankful for right now. Know that you grow big and see that the danger that person was taking you away from. At the time, them seem annoying and you can't take them a snitch and them a go tell your parents everything and you can't stand them. They chat. How many of you have somebody like that in your life where you look back and say, God, no. I'm glad there are people like that looking out for me. Because I did not know myself. That's why I'm telling you in this video. Many of you grown women watching my video right now have passed through the culture of all them negative stuff, people. Where kids are not respected and nurtured and protected. You go to school, you have to encounter the nasty taxi man. Not to mention a nasty man at the bus stop if the taxi not come quick. The baggage man pan the country bus I look you. The doctor pan the country bus I look you. The driver pan the country bus I look you. The sky juice man I look you around school. The little man that sell the jerk chicken and the jerk pork, he might give you a sweet argument. The man down at the tuck shop and give you a sweet argument. The man that cooking at the kitchen, him like sweet no but I know say you could have been granddaughter. Eh? How about your teacher? You know, say teacher go like them sweet with you. You know, so certain thing is off. Yeah? You know all these things, people. Not for you been harassed from the moment to the barn at Jamaica till the moment you dead. Some of you have left the country to save on your goddamn self. Look at me, you know. Music at school. Music at school. It's allowed to happen. You have sports day at your school. School function, concerts. Any function at school. Grown men come to school, car wash clean, bike wash nice. Them now come to school for going to the staff room, go find a single teacher. No, them I look for somebody in a uniform. I saw them roll. And as the night get darker, you will see who gone so with who, and who drive off with who, and who ride off with who. You will see who. You will see it. And them I come to school tomorrow morning, big old woman them. Big old grown man, them will look up picnic. In a full uniform, not even skirt and blouse, and it's allowed. No teacher now come over and say, sir, please leave the school compound. No, you will never see a teacher in Jamaica. Go tell no man say, sir, please leave the school compound, I'm going to call the authorities. This is inappropriate. You ever say me never see it? You ever say me never see it at my girl's school? You ever say it's a norm? That's why when you pass a big man at a bus stop with picnic, you don't think twice, you don't look around, there's nobody to call, we're going to call, you look like an idiot. It's a normal, it's normalized. The system to protect the youth then. That's why what used to happen from your youth I go to school is still facing these youth today. When I was going to school, we could have got a store go buy rum. Whenever we have the last day at school and tomorrow is going to be a summer holiday, we got a store go and buy rum and sitting and make up rum, a punch at school and all type of nonsense. We're not supposed to do in our uniform. We could go buy cigarettes while we go to school. In our days, people, rolling paper, we could have go get. We could have go buy racehorse. We could have go up in the betting shop and go buy racehorse for your father. Whoever got racehorse, go buy racehorse for their father yet. Whoever gamble for your father. Whoever go buy racehorse for your father, comment on the top line. Alright, whoever go buy Japan for your father? Come here, man. Can you go and say, who never used to do these things as a youth? I don't send you out go buy these things where youths are not supposed to be indulging. They're supposed to look where you say, no man, get out the betting shop. You're too young. Get out of here. How old are you? Man, come out of here in a uniform and go home, man. Tell your father to come and buy it himself. We used to buy a racehorse with father. That's how little and no regard when it comes to the protection of the youth. You can buy rum when they go to school, white rum. Then they don't make a double with the white rum, any alcohol, cigarettes, rolling paper. You could have do all of that. And the youth them still can do it today. Under successive government, people, have you seen anything change in regard to the youths? Under successive government, both of them decide to them put a boot on the sexual registry list. It must not be public. It must be private. To protect who? That is not protect victims in Jamaica or the young youth them to make we aware where these people are so parents can make better choice as to where them kids must travel. So you have these people because them thing is private. Them can be conductor, they can be teachers, them can be taxi driver, bus driver, they can be your coach, your pastor, your Sunday school teacher. They can be all these stuff we work closely with kids because them name are not published. And after 10 years, them can go back to a judge and have them name taken off of the private registry list. I want to understand me how it's like a paradise to these type of people in Jamaica. Can you imagine? Think about it. Your name is already not shown nowhere. You can't go nowhere and go dig up and see my name because I violate youths. And after 10 years, it means that me can go to a judge. Remember, nobody know me, you know. My name now come up nowhere, could have looked till you can't look no more. Me can go be a Sunday school teacher or a coach. Setting up the youth them to feel and me to go up there and bother so many of the kids again and violate so many of the kids and mess up so many of the kids. And protecting me. Coming name not gonna go out there. So all of that is protecting me. If my name not gonna go out there, me good. Me can continue to do this dirt. Cause my name is not gonna go nowhere out there. Nobody not gonna know me. So me can just go drive taxi or some bus. And me can drive bus on next parish and get school picnic. What about them a Sunday school teacher? We can go to this school, go be a Sunday school teacher, it's a church, go at the one day about sports. We can't be a PE teacher with the girls and the little boys that we like to be around. And find myself anywhere because I don't think the employers can pull up your name for no list because if it's private people, it's private. So in my mind, you're probably setting up these employers too, having certain people working in a tourism, for example. I was reading something a while ago, yesterday, and I'm talking about all this sexual assault at the hotel then. By even tourists. Tourists assault other tourists too. As you read, you're learning. Because I never know that. Tourists, sexual assault, according to what I was reading, other tourists. Workers do it too. So if you can't know who these people are, aren't you setting up employers for failure? Can't you find them in a hotel field as your house guest, your sports coordinator, your masseuse, your bartender? There could have be a security guard. There could have be all this. How come the list is not public? Read some of the comments, man. Big up yourself, Patricia Williams. Yvonne Bradford, bless up, sister. Enough love, you know. So Patricia Williams said, even when I was in my 30s, Carlos, Jamaican men used to bother me. I was angry one day until I went in my mother's house to go look for some gas oil that you put in cars, and I was about to set that man. I understand, sister. David Jervis said, we couldn't walk on the same side of the road as the betting shop. Make her forget that somebody see one of us and tell Granny that backside and we get when we reach home. That's Debbie. Einstein Butcher said, that the reason some get take away. No one know their location when them leave home, never to see again. And a lie, man. Also then get taken, man. Gone to igloo somewhere, gone off the island, gonna be never again. Them don't know what they're doing. Them a look up pretty, check them look up. Yeah, boo-boo night right now. They look back, boo-boo night, man. They have no for what them think they sitting clean. Look what them do. Me say man, at the only time people need about the government should allow full backsliding and them are picked up by the parents. The government should allow that. Yeah, man, turn their head. The government need to turn them head right as so. And parents need to do what they do. People tell the truth. 12-year-old and what? 13? What are they? I said, thank God the parents who make that call, man. Thank God for that helicopter parents. There's a parent that will make that call. What would have happened to them gala if the parents never make the call? We don't know. We don't know. Enough time them gala they out in the field, man, use them and sell them. Hand them off. We don't know if somebody did come pick them up and them youth just lower them young gala. We need some young boy for lower young gal. Yeah, man, it's easier for some young youth lower them. Yeah, man, I mean, we are technical people. I might be wrong, but it's worth checking everything. Natalia Wolf, Wagwan family. Natalia Wolf said, when I was growing up, some males in my community was looking me, and these men have their wives and children. But now, them not talk to me, because I'm now a mother. Because they don't want you, and that they want. They want picking it. It's sad, but that's true. So Debbie Jervis said, thank God we had our village growing up. Me make too much noise a road coming home. And soon as you reach home, Granny and Auntie know you was out a road and make noise. Granny will be asking, what wrong? Patricia Matthews said, these old farts come look for young women. I was young, so I understand exactly what you are saying. And a lie, man. They know and they are the wife and 100 baby mama about them. Enough of them mash up. You know what? You them me say that's why the law need to be serious. If you talk about the future, that's one of the biggest things that create poverty in my country. That's one of the biggest conveyor belt to a poverty, a life of poverty in Jamaica. We look upon it, people. Bright girl want to know, not pretty girl who go to school, not for want to know them. Drop out of school behind some nasty, ugly man too. And if I see some of them ugly man, when them get gone there with some old, you wonder what them see that them ugly frozen man. Because man a drive. I look a 4-wheel car. If you want both backs for one 4-wheel, you get to any one of them girl. You want to look a bike. Some of them man them ugly when them girl go breathe with, girl come to school and drop out. Beautiful girl, bright too, you know. Some people are the bright girl and drop out, you know. Not for them the brightest girl, you know. The shining star, them the future of Jamaica. Dirty man just go wipe them foot on them. And go on to the next woman, young girl, and wipe them foot on them. Go on to the next one and wipe them foot on them. And this has been allowed from your youth to go to school. We need to get to the bottom of this. And then the sexual registry list is still locked tight from your go to school. And about type of women in a parliament, them just got take off a judge right where beat woman with stool the other day. I want to understand the meds, their meds people. They go pick up for this man where we see on camera beating a woman with a stool. They go put her arm around him, females in parliament, before they blast him. So do you expect any protection from our kids to come from some female with mentality like those to stand around a man who beat a woman? People, I want to understand the meditation of the people in the country. These people who are put in position in the country, people, strategically, them are a roadblock. Not now come through justice ministry. Him say him sorry for, like him sorry for pedophiles. He must say, boy, you know, I rush, you know, I to squeeze them too tight, man, because them already this and like him sorry for them feelings. So therefore, keep the sexual registry list quiet. But the youth, they must be molested all around the place. Eh? Si Chang de pay sleeping as the Minister of National Security. Nothing now go on there, so crime and go up on way. Si Flavor de attack all the stuff around when they teacher them off of the country and I tell you say, all right, with a bag of bull crap. And now I tell you say, they want high school picnic for teaching at school. The same thing what they did there, and I plan them, I threaten them with arrest. Remember me the video, man? You come to high school, you come right back in that school, come teach. That's how every teacher develop. We just start to a youth the other day, we do video on it. Not long ago, we used to do the same thing. Go to high school, gone back in a school, gone teach. He went to a vocational training school, secondary school, vocational high school rather. He went there and teach, and he take a look class, he look subject, and he step up now till he get him all the credential. He's a regular teacher now at the same school. He call me and tell me, say, he's getting his benefit and everything as a teacher. No. Many teachers in Jamaica start like that. But Andrew Owen's government, they came out with the boots, start to beat teachers, runaway teachers out of the country. They might come up with the law. People, I did a video on that. As a matter of fact, I do several videos on it. But most recently, you see me do a video, may I show you guys, say, it just looked like a deliberate act. How they might come at the Ministry of Education. It just look like it's a planting. They might come to the Ministry of Education like they want to beat it up family. It's like you want to mash up education. Because me can't see no other way. And I play for you some footage. Right? I'm going to play one for you right now. So bring back your memory of what's going on when the JTA president was in Parliament talking to Flaval. And this is what you have to say to the man. You know, we have put stuff in context in the people.
The Joint Select Committee meeting on Thursday escalated into a rowdy debate when President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Winston Smith, was interrupted by meeting chair Favour Williams as he expressed disapproval for several provisions under the Jamaica Teaching Council's bill.
This bill into law today, it would in effect wipe out all the teachers we currently have with a diploma. It will wipe out all the specialist 1, the specialist 2. It will wipe out all the teachers.
Mr. Smith, I'm sorry, but yes. When you characterize this bill as doing that, you're sending a very wrong signal to Jamaicans. No. You are, I mean, this is a headline that's going to be out there on this bill. Seriously, we're having a serious debate here, and you know that's not the intent of the bill.
But member Lambert Brown didn't take kindly to Williams's interruption, as he says stakeholders who are present in the meetings should be free to express their concerns without being censored.
I take offense to us trying to direct them what to say. They said that. Am I going to be allowed to finish, Chairman? Am I going to be heard?
However, even after the heated exchange, Smith insisted if the bill, as is, becomes law, it will result in hundreds being forced out of the sector. In addition, he argues that Section 24 of the bill, which allows teachers practicing without a license to be fined a minimum of $500,000 or 6 months in prison, must be changed as it criminalizes teachers. However, Floyd Green dismisses that claim.
Hear this.
If an act under the bill is criminal, it doesn't mean that the bill is criminalizing a profession. There are acts that can be done in a profession that are criminal acts.
This is the latest in a series of debates on the amendment of the JTC bill. Veronique Bowen, CVM Live.
So, you see that, people? I'm going to play that for you now. Come like we cover the things, people. So, and this is another brother right here. Was a former JTA president.
Too little too late is the expression used by former president of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Owen Speed, following numerous warnings to the government to provide better compensation and treatment for Jamaica's teachers, else Jamaica may suffer from a mass teacher migration. So said, so done, as Speed tells CVM Live that a major teacher migration is expected in coming weeks.
I knew that this would be happening, and that is why I spoke on it.
1 year ago.
Because one of the things that you must not do is to remain silent on matters of critical importance. So
this is 1 year ago, people. But this we played it before. It's about a year ago. This is about a year ago. Favour received the warning. The government received the warning. It's about a year ago. Listen to this.
I spoke on it. And people were saying all sorts of things. I got all sorts of labels and so on. But I'm here and I'm seeing that on some platforms, hundreds of teachers and recruiters in the Americas, in the United Kingdom, they are getting much more aggressive. And you know, they are taking the best teachers first.
The former president went further to criticize school administrators who he says complicate matters for the teachers, adding that there are far too many push factors motivating them to seek employment outside the island.
We have many school administrators who are aggressive in leadership. They are one-track minded, talking about principals now, and also board chairmen. So
principal and board chairman and all these people, them are the people where the government give pay raise, big pay raise, some of them 300%. The little teachers that you see on road who were protesting, them get nibbles and bit. Same thing in the police force. Them big police officers up there and them stripe, them big uniform and stuff like that. Them get big pay raise, not small. Some of them up to 300% raise. Same thing them do with these teachers too. So them give the top people pay raise to keep the people down the bottom quiet, keep a boot on them head. It's called divide and conquer.
Teachers don't feel like they have anyone in their corner. The prime association or associations that should have been representing them have become deafeningly quiet.
Speed says the 4% compensation increase offered to teachers is not enough, as he fears more educators will follow in the mass exodus.
Teachers can't buy a good car, they can't afford to pay the rent, they cannot afford a house, they cannot afford a little piece of land. Their children can't go to school comfortable. When I say school, I mean university, because they know there is path and so on. And they cannot go to university. Teachers want to study and they can't study.
Despite being late, he is urging the government to provide incentives and other solutions to keep the teachers in the classroom. Efforts to get a comment from the ministry have proven futile. Justin Graham for CVM Live.
Thank you, CVM, for the piece there. People, that's a year ago. And that's why I know that's a year ago. So, them know what I want from a year ago, you know. Right? May I show them and mash up this thing, you know. Let me see how Andrew Honest, a year ago this, you know. May I tell you how Andrew Honest feel about this a year ago. You see, Flavor talk about a year ago. She even come and say, they might get teachers out of Teachers College and they might get Cuban teachers. Last year she said that, people. I heard she said that out of her own mouth. Right? But listen how your Prime Minister think about it. I want you to understand, you know, people, I want you to pay attention to these things, you know. If it's not a deliberate act to mash up with healthcare, make crime kill we, mash up a school, I don't know what Jamaica do, Andrew Honest. I don't know what Jamaica people do more than love him. I don't know what Jamaica people do, Andrew Honest, more than loved this man. Jamaica people love him, you know. The people them, they love him. I don't know why man do this. All the money will come to the country, hospital can't fix. Our roads can't fix. It's only the Chinese road with the toll them in night and them the road they fix. To the Chinese commerce from the port to the different cities to them stores. If you notice, the side roads are not fixed. They might tear down the whole of Jamaica, they put road there for Chinese, for them commerce, road and belt initiative. If they might take out any precious stone or anything out of their country, they must have a way to take it outside. Straight road, straight to the port. Now they control the port, from the port straight to your cities. So that's why you have these major road fix. So the roads in Jamaica are Chinese road, they're not done for us people. But listen, Chinese and Andrew Honest. Prime Minister Andrew Honest has expressed satisfaction with the strategies announced by the Education Ministry to address teacher migration. Just like 98% of the people have no confidence in Horace Chang and Anderson, but Andrew Honest come out and say I have confidence in them. So who you think I work for? The people? Tell me say this is a joke. Because 98% of the people say them man not work for us. So who is Andrew Honest working for? I him put them in there, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, people, you can't blame nobody but Andrew Honest. You could have cost Chang and Anderson till you can't cost them no more. They must stay right in there and get that big salary until God come doing no work. If a man can fall asleep on the job and the boss will see it fit to get rid of him, why not fall asleep? Get a better hammock. Just get a better hammock. Bring a cooler with 2 beer to while at it. If a man can't be at a job falling asleep, everything I go bad around here. And the man who hire him don't see fit to get rid of him. I mean, you could have talked till God come. That man is still going to be there, sleeping on the job. He's going to bring a better hammock to work. He might bring a bigger igloo. So you blame who hired them. All right. So this is a flavor doing a bad job. Again, if your approval rating is in the toilet, and we know that the poorest performer, but your Andrew owners go again, you can't make this up in the people. Prime Minister Andrew Owners has expressed satisfaction with the strategies announced by the Education Ministry to address teacher migration, casting the phenomenon as both a threat and a public education and an economic opportunity. How would the Prime Minister get an economic opportunity out of teacher migration? That's why I'm telling you all the time, say, them don't want to come back to Jamaica, that's why they don't want crime stop. Because we work more to them, being over here, being that servant, working that US dollars, sending back home because they need that foreign money. Canadian, England, Euro, wherever you're at in the world as Jamaican, them don't want us to come home and listen to them speak. So, how would the Prime Minister get economic opportunity out of teachers leaving? I want you to pay attention a little bit more. Because it seems as if to me that the Prime Minister want to train teacher to go on farm work, go teach like a seasonal worker, like a people spread bed and people have a farm work. People may not know for ambition who don't have a liquid aid or something. How the Prime Minister find an economics benefit out of this? Teachers leaving us. So you see, or then deliberately mashing up the country, people. Some 167 educators have tendered, this is 1 year ago. Some 167 educators have tendered their resignation since July, resulting in a shortage of teachers in some schools as the new academic year inches closer. Mitigation strategies including the hiring of retired teachers. It is uncertain what percentage of the 167 accounts for science, technology, and engineering and mathematics. Teachers amid concern that those with high demand speculations are being heavily recruited for overseas jobs. You hear the president said, yes, they are well sought after. They're aggressively hunting Jamaican teachers. Listen how Andrew Owens look at it, people. Him not take them a thing as serious, because in my heart, people, I swear to God, I believe it's a planting to mash up education, mash up the country, the Ministry of National Security, and mash up the Ministry of Health. How else would I look at it? There's no improvement in those areas. Crime and kill. The health system, no help. They spend money everywhere else for everything instead of these areas. What is what the Prime Minister said? The Prime Minister said the government saw teacher migration as a threat to our ability to deliver quality education, but acknowledged that there are limits to the state's response. There is very little that we can do to stop someone from migrating. Clearly, if they have no obligation in terms of a bond or owing the government any fees or anything like that, they are free to take advantage of the best opportunities that they have. And it is indeed, in a sense, a credit to our system that countries would seek to get teachers from Jamaica, the Prime Minister said. Oh, listen what the Prime Minister said, people. Listen what the Prime Minister said. And when they understand, just pause and think about this. And I will read it again. So it's soaking. Listen what the Prime Minister said about teachers' migration last year. In my opinion, them take it lightly. Favor do the same thing, take it lightly. Like them have all this good. They're ready now. Right? Come with this law against tutors. You have to have some certificate for even tutor kids when they should have called every tutors from every Rockstone to teach the youth them because school was locked down for 2 years. And after that, them come out with this heavy-handedness against education because, to me, they've been locked down for 2 years. So why not just keep them down? Them already down, so just keep them down. It's a good time now to put foot by education, make them dumber. I want to understand what the Prime Minister is saying here. I'm going to read again what the Prime Minister said. There are very little, listen what the Prime Minister said, people. Listen what the Prime Minister is saying a year ago about education and teachers' migration. There is very little that we can do to stop someone from migrating. Clearly, if they have obligation, if they have no obligation in terms of a bond or owing the government any fees or anything like that, they are free to take advantage of the best opportunities that they have, and it is indeed, in a sense, a credit to our system that countries would seek to get teachers from Jamaica, the Prime Minister said. Now say, boy, we're going to stop this and we're going to do nothing, you know. God want to go for the opportunity. We have good system, that's why they want a teacher. Listen further. Me say, me don't know what I want to people. Me don't know what Jamaica do and honest. But from the man going to office, every sector of government, everywhere, every ministry is not running good. If there is a ministry running good, I give my JLP supporters a chance. Put it in the section if there is any ministry that is running good apart from tourism. Because tourism run good and that no care who in the country. Because politicians they make tourists come to Jamaica. Sorry about that, people. It's raining outside very hard. And around here when it rains sometime, the TV cable it will cut off. And we get used to it. So I hope we not lose me again. I'm sorry about that. So we were at the Prime Minister, or the Prime Minister think about the teachers leaving the country. And we wanted to hear furthermore what the Prime Minister have to say. Because it's very important when the Prime Minister talk, you get into the psyche of the Prime Minister and what is really happening before you. Because I myself could really believe the response that gave something so serious would I be so light and take it serious, people. But when that's what the Carlos I said. So the Prime Minister said, boy, maybe we could start think about like hustling teacher. Send them overseas. We could have trained people. This is what the Prime Minister said in a nutshell. Maybe we could start train teachers to send them overseas to teach, like a farmer cutting. People, maybe that's a text in the back, with that end the video, people come here and say, you know what, the rain fall hard, and we can't fight it. When gotta work. So we just send a message from the other device. Because when we can't pull up the article from the other device, say it's really, really bad. And you understand me, people? So if it get cut out again, people, say I saw it go. But wait there, before I want to read something. I say all of that. I want to read something for you. Government to implement program of education to meet labor market need. St. James, Jamaica, the government will be implementing a strategic and integrated program of education aimed at transitioning students into the labor market upon implementation into the labor market upon completion of secondary or tertiary education system, Ministry of Education and Youth, Favor Williams. I want to understand this. That means them are teach the youth them are send them overseas, go up there like a farm worker. Remember, say Andrew Oda said that, This, our favor, I think now. Williams, who was the keynote speaker at the Association of Caribbean Higher Education Administrators 20th Annual Conference at the Royalton Negril Resort on July 6th, said the initiative will also include a standardized program for pre-primary to the secondary level and linked to tertiary education and skills training. She pointed out that discussions focus on improving critical components of the tertiary or higher education sector have been ongoing. These, she said, include issues relating to increasing access funding for students and institutions and the relevance of programs within the context of the changing needs of the labor market. These discussions have been informed and shaped by best practices employed in other jurisdictions, the ministry said. Jamaica's tertiary education and training system has a strong reputation and has contributed to significantly to the national growth and development. However, there are some areas of challenge that need to be addressed, she noted. The minister cited the existence of a fragmented governance and oversight framework that needs to be integrated and modernized. Also, there is a misalignment between the programs being offered and the needs of the labor market, Williams said. The minister pointed out that in some instances, programs are being offered based on tradition or readily supply and not based on labor market demand. Remember, you know, them already said them a lock up teacher when I have no credential. You hear me play it already? So my lock up teacher when I have no credential and come out, whoa, I crack the whip on teachers. If you don't have a credential, $500,000, 6 months in prison. But still want school, still want to teachers again, school uniform. You see them create the problem, people. Light the fire and try to put it out. They might mash up the country, you know. They don't know what they might do. But the Prime Minister have confidence in Flaval just the same way I have confidence in Achang and Anderson. Who to be blamed here? This, she said, oftentimes lead to inadequate tertiary education programs to support emerging labor market needs in the logistic knowledge and the business process outsourcing sectors, as well as to resource traditional areas such as agriculture and tourism and hospitality. Let's try reading that woman I say now. This, she said, oftentimes lead to inadequate tertiary education programs to support emerging labor market needs in the logistics, knowledge, and the business process outsourcing sectors, as well as to resource traditional areas such as agriculture and tourism and hospitality. Agriculture, tourism, hospitality. Agriculture, tourism, hospitality. So teachers, might train them. Remember, Andrew want to say that the other day, you know. Tertiary education and training continue to provide important social benefits and therefore represent a wise financial and personal investment. Notwithstanding, there is an urgent need to transform the present system so that its potential and role as the driver at socio-economic mobility and national growth and what they write in my area. Let me stop read that. Because I'm going to read for yourself and see them at the country. That's in the Jamaica Observer, Diego. Me read these things to you guys and show you. And as far as I read it, remember me read and show it first, you know. Family, me live, you know. Me live. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. But me like to show you this stuff, people. And how stuff build up and where it come from, all the stuff start to shape. So last year, and I play for you, this is not the first video I do, where you hear the Prime Minister make light of it. And it make it seem as if it's a joke. Where we need to start train teachers to send go overseas because they might look, I want to understand the nonsense and Me just know what to say it here, man. Disgusting. Disgusting. So let me finish what Andrew wanna say now. He said they are free to take advantage if they are nothing, no have no ability. Let me read what the Prime Minister said again for to understand what Flavor said. And this year the Prime Minister said this. So I bring it back to you so you guys have an understanding. There is very little that we can do to stop someone from migrating, clearly, if they have no obligation in terms of a bond or owing the government any fees or anything like that. They are free to take advantage of the best opportunities that they have. It is indeed, in a sense, a credit to our system that countries would seek to get teachers from Jamaica, the Prime Minister said. So out of the hardship, you hear the Prime Minister say? Whilst we view it as a threat, maybe we need to look into, listen what the Prime Minister say. Whilst we view it as a threat, maybe we need to look at it in a systematic and a strategic way to say to those persons who want to take our teachers, pay us to train teachers for you. And who knows, maybe there are some economic opportunities there that should be pursued, he said. Tell me if in a line up with what I just read for you a while ago, Flavor say, just yesterday on the 6th. Tell me what the Prime Minister said a year ago if in a line up people, if the plan not line up. That's what the Prime Minister said. Whilst we view it as a threat, maybe we need to look at it in a systematic and strategic way to say to those persons who want to take our teachers, pay us to train teachers for you. And who knows, maybe there are some economic opportunities there that should be pursued, he said. So that's why you see, and this, Flavor just come out and come tell me what she had tell me them and train the youth them now. From out of school, put them on the labor market. If you watch them argument now, people, what I mean by the labor market, I mean, they might fill out the school, them where they're there. When I already tell the teacher and them, say, lock them up, They want them to come out of high school, to come back and teach. When you trick them and run them, when I say, lock them up. So why we got train the local high school youth them so they can go over foreign, go just like the agriculture and in that tourism and in hospitality. I mean, me understand people. Anybody with no bigger brain than for me, explain in the comment section. Jamaica tertiary education and training has a strong reputation and has contributed significantly to national growth and development. However, there are some areas of challenge that need to be addressed, she noted. The minister cited the existence of a fragmented governance and oversight framework that needs to be integrated and modernized. Also, there are misalignment between the programs being offered and the needs of labor market. What the Prime Minister said, him can't start hustling, not true, a year ago. So you should say that, so, and needs of the labor market. Which labor market? We in Jamaica, we short of teachers are, trained if it's sent overseas. You look at that needs of a labor market. Also, there is a misalignment between the programs being offered and the needs of labor market, Williams said. The minister pointed out, and this is the 6th, the minister pointed out that in some instances, programs are being offered based on tradition are ready supply, and not based on labor market demand. This, she said, oftentimes lead to inadequate tertiary education programs to support emerging labor market needs in the logistic knowledge and the business process outsourcing sectors. The business process outsourcing sectors. as well as a call center, as well as to resource traditional areas such as agriculture and tourism and hospitality. Tertiary education and training continue to provide important social benefits and therefore represent a wise financial and personal investment. Notwithstanding, there is an urgent need to transform the present system so that its potential and role as the driver of socio-economic mobility and national growth. Remember those words, socio-economic mobility and national growth and development is fulfilled, Williams further argued. She noted that there have been significant efforts over the years to establish a modernized governance framework for the oversight and management of the higher education sector in Jamaica. Blah, 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 blah. That's what she's saying on the 6th. When was the 6 people? A day ago. All right. That was a day ago, people. So we have to pay attention on these people words, social economic and all them big words. I'm push you. The poor people of Jamaica can't understand. The people need to go get a dictionary, go read and see what them are talk about. Them push any big word for the people, the poor people. Know them are serve, not understand nothing. Remember that, they don't understand most of the word them are say. But remember the Prime Minister saying now. So I want to say they are free to take advantage of the best opportunities that they have. And it is indeed a sense of credit to our system that a year ago, I'm saying, I already found again, that countries would seek to get teachers from Jamaica. The Prime Minister said, Honest, however, sought to frame the migration dilemma in a favorable light, suggesting that the demand for teachers was a testament to the value of training here. Whilst we view it as a threat, maybe we need to, so only look at it as a threat. We need to look at it as a way to make money. School the youth when I'm education and the school are mash up. And money we are talking about over everything. So while you are viewed as a threat, we are looking at it as a money. That's what owners are pre. So whilst we view it as a threat, said owners, maybe we need to look at it in a systematic, remember Flavor used them already, a strategic way, so that those persons who want to take our teachers pay us to train teachers for you. And who knows, maybe there are some economic opportunity. Remember, social economic? There that should be pursued, he said. Hear me say again. Whilst we view it as a threat, maybe we need to look at it in a systematic and strategic way to say those to those persons who want to take our teachers, pay us to train teachers for you. And who knows, maybe there are some economic and economic opportunities there that should be pursued, the Prime Minister said. People, I want you to understand what I just read a while ago. Some of you guys, this is taken from the book of the Gleaner, published August 14, 2022, at 12:10 a.m. in the morning. August 24, 2022, in the Gleaner, what the Prime Minister said. So you guys have an understanding what the Prime Minister said, and to book up in our Miss Flavor I said yesterday. You wonder why I'm going to so. And it go, made us feel a bit hard. These people trying to mash up the country. Hospitals, garbage now pick up. Them give up people. Crime, education, peer talk, them attack, peer PR stunt and lies. The blind can see through that in Jamaica if I really have a pair of eyes. However, my people, thank you for being here with Carlos. Thank you for tuning in to me. Miss Lataya Wolf, Miss Arlene Foster, Miss Debbie Jervis, Miss Patricia Matthews, Miss Rachel Brown, big up on yourself. You know, Yard Night, Wagwan, Manners and Respect, Rails White. Good afternoon, family. You know, enough love to each and every one of you. Everyone we partake at this afternoon chat here, so. If we have family member, we have to have this type of talk from the old dirty man them at Jamaica to, you know, up to Wagwan, that's with education. You know, when you see me do these videos, I tell you to say, you know, say them and come off education. No, say some things are right, people. Yeah, sure no. We say people don't say things are right. You say the teacher, they run with the teacher them with big law. To lock them up, and the teacher they run with, and the one them were left there, they still beat them. Then flag them around, then pay them when they pay them when they feel to pay them, and they, you know, they don't give them grades, but then they look around, politicians take big grades, then piss them off, then beat them on. Miss Lataya Wolf, big up yourself. Enough love to each and every one on this platform. Miss Yvonne Bradford, Manners and Respect, Erica Black, Patricia Matthews, Ops, Special Ops, Wagwan, Manners and Respect, Special Ops, enough respect. Gary Johnson. Yeah, man. We are go over, you know, so we are with you know, go watch Town Hall meeting over Winlow, so with Rattigan and Herb. You know, you go. We watch each other. Especially when it's important. Talk to you guys later. Manners and Respect. I'm out. Hold on, the people. As usual, I'm always a student in our class. Make sure your comment makes sense in every sentence. If this is the first time on this platform and you like what we do, go ahead and subscribe and make it a part of you. Make it your home. You don't have to do it right now. You can check other videos me do and vet me, and you can come back and join the family. If you don't like what we do, don't come and sit the back and do and the trouble. Just hit the button. Find another page with your rage. However, thank you so much, my family, for being over here, watching this video. Jamaica to the world. I'm out.